Not sure if you should ditch or date? Hit us up at thebertshow.com. Mo has the email.
I typically trust my best friend. In fact, I can't ever think of a time when I shouldn't have. However, there is a current situation that I am in, all thanks to her, and I'm not sure if I can trust her choices for me like I always have. Maybe I've just gotten lucky in trusting her judgment all these years. It basically boils down to a guy that she is trying to set me up with and if I should be stepping out of my comfort zone. By comfort zone, I mean 22 years out of my comfort zone. Let me explain. She has a fairly new boyfriend. They've been seeing each other for about 4 months. He seems like a great guy for her, and I've seen no red flags when it comes to him. He's also a pretty decent-looking guy, and I can only assume that good looks run in his family. So when my friend mentioned setting me up with his cousin, I was immediately interested. She talked him up a lot and told me all about how funny he is and how successful he is and how nice he is and even how stylish he is. I told her that he sounded too good to be true. Of course, I asked to see pictures and to show me his Insta, TikTok, etc. She said that she didn't think he was on any of these. Maybe I'm weird, but to me, having no social media seems like a bit of a red flag.
It is a bit of a red flag now, isn't it? When there's nothing at all about you, isn't there?
I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't think it's a red flag. No, maybe you protecting your peace.
Yeah, I've changed my opinion. I used to think it was a red flag, and the more I read about like online identity theft and all the junk out there in the world, the more I think people who have their social locked down or don't share everything. I don't think having social is a red flag, but I don't think not having it is a red flag. I think it means you have your head screwed on straight.
Okay.
That's coming from the woman who handles all of her social media.
Right. Whose head is not screwed on straight.
First to admit it.
Maybe I'm weird, but to me, having no social media seems like a bit of a red flag, but maybe I'm wrong. So I decided to trust her. I told her I'd love to meet him, but I'd prefer if it could be more of a double date rather than just a blind date. So she set it up, and we are supposed to go out this weekend. But then she let something slip, which led me to ask how old he was. That is when she admitted that he is 47 years old. I'm only 25. He is nearly twice my age. He is only a couple of years younger than my own parents. I told her that there was no way I could date someone so much older than me. She told me to trust her and that he's so awesome. I won't think twice about his age. Even if that's true, my parents would kill me. I know I'm an adult, but this is way out of what is normal for me. So what I'd like to know from you all, would you go on a date with someone that is almost twice your age?
Jeez. That means she'd be 105. If she can,
you know some things.
I mean, if she's built like she's 99, I'm in. 1-855-BERT.
That was a huge thing to withhold. I mean, this is...
People feel strongly about that.
Well, I mean, that's 47 and 25. That's a huge difference there. And she should have, when she was telling her all these wonderful things about him, that he is funny and successful and nice and stylish. Oh, yeah, he's also 47. Mm-hmm. And let her decide before going on the date if that's something she wants to do. If you're not into it, don't do it. Like, if you're not feeling it, don't do it. And I mean, I know you like your friend's always right and whatever, but I don't know why I'm not a fan of this.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a personal preference thing. So I don't think you right if you would date somebody older and wrong. It's just you. So for her, if it's me, my advice is don't do it either, because I don't see what good can come of it. Either you go and you don't like the guy, but if you go and the guy is perfect and he's amazing, you're still going to have this dilemma of which obviously is going to bother you. So no, you're just kind of making it even harder for yourself to go. I wouldn't go.
Yeah, I think I'm with Mo on this. If your heart's not into it and this sort of goes against your value code somehow, some way, are you really even going to be giving this guy a chance, or are you wasting his time, which clearly he doesn't have a lot left?
47.
I'm kidding.
I mean, it is a free dinner.
Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. But if your heart's not into it, look, you're wasting his time and you're wasting your time, and that's the most important thing, right?
It is the most important thing. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Even with all that said, if you don't have anything else better to do, if you don't have anything else better to do,
you know,
and this is your friend,
new shows there are on Netflix.
I know, man. I just watched
Hulu.
Have you been catching up with White Lotus?
Yeah, I just start. Yes.
Oh, I got to start that one.
Oh, it's so good. And also, it's like Italian porn as far as like, let me rephrase that. No,
Where'd you just go?
Vacation.
No.
I think you're talking about vacation porn.
Yes.
Okay.
You know how we talk about house porn? It's like travel porn as far as like where they are, and you want to put yourself at that resort.
I was like, here I was thinking it was on HBO Max, not RedTube.
No, needed to clarify.
You got Yellowstone.
Yeah.
You got White Lotus. There's a ton.
There is a ton. Okay, so, but if you're all caught up with all your shows, then I would entertain it for the story. Well,
it's because you're in radio.
Because you're in radio.
No. No, not even if I was in radio. At 25, for this, like, you do things for, when I was young, I did things for the story. And just because to see what would happen, because you're young and you're stupid and, whatever. I would go because I have my friend there. You're not going alone. Bring a defibrillator. No, I'm just kidding.
What's he going to do? She can clearly outrun him.
Take his cane. You'll be fine.
He's 47. You're the worst.
We are the worst.
Joking.
It's a joke.
We're 100% joking. Yeah, I'd go.
Would you?
I would go,
Waste.
but with no intention of pursuing anything.
I'd rather be alone that night, man.
that's
Doing
wasting that man
anything,
time.
right?
Yeah.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcast.